Hey everyone, welcome back to the Olympus Studio, and today I'm here with a brand new video for you guys. I'm going to be talking about season 1 of the Netflix karate series Cobra Kai. And before I get into it, I just want to say a couple quick things. First of all, if you can please subscribe to my channel down below, I will really appreciate it. We have reached officially 200 subscribers, and that is way sooner than I imagined it to be. I thought May, we got it in January. And so again, I want to thank everyone for completing that goal of mine. And we are at 206 right now, 205, 206 around there. And so as far as my goal moving forward, I'll be announcing that tomorrow in a 200 sub special. So stay tuned for that, and I'll be giving a little announcement and a surprise for people who might be interested in different topics on my channel. But Cobra Kai, I watched it the first season, a few episodes each night. Started Sunday night, and now I'm recording on Thursday. And so we released on Thursday. I feel like it's a fun show. It is cringy. I think especially that those first couple episodes, I think it is cringy. I think it's funny. I think the storylines have good potential. I like the relationship drama too. It is a little bit. I don't know how I feel about the drug usage. I feel like I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about like it doesn't seem like it's necessarily good topics for because there's probably a lot of kids my age who are watching it. I think that in seasons ahead, I think they'll improve on that a little bit more. It does seem like alcohol is just like a big alcohol and stuff like that is a big topic in this series, and that's not a good thing. But Johnny and Daniel, they had a fight in the past, and that's kind of what's leading to all the tension between them growing up. And there was two clubs, I guess you can say, the Cobra Kai and a Miyagi. I think I'm saying that right. To me, as far as which one I chose, I think I'm a Miyagi at first, just because Johnny was still trying to get his act together. But now I think I'm moving forward to Cobra Kai. As far as which do I like better, Johnny or Daniel, I think that Johnny, especially that first episode, I think he gave me a really bad impression. I think he grew on me in just being, that tough leader that I think a karate group needs. Daniel, he's like the mixture of annoying and likable. Like he has that like likable thing, and I think that he is funny at times. I think that he is annoying when it comes to his LaRusso auto repair billboards and stuff like that. So that's what I think. As far as Miguel goes, he's all right. He's not my favorite. He, especially towards the end, I feel like they ruined his character kind of, especially with him almost making him, like be like almost like the bad guy a little bit. And then Sam, I don't mind her. She's fine. I mean, I don't think she has a lot of character to her. I mean, she's just like those other girls. Aisha, I like her. She's funny, especially that move that she took at the end of the season, which I'll talk about that. And then pretty much it, I'm pretty sure, as far as Robbie, Johnny's son. But the first episode is pretty much just Johnny getting used to, just like dealing with his leg and the fallout of that. And then he agrees to train Miguel. So that's pretty interesting. And Johnny does not have a good relationship with his father. So that's kind of like a little thing. It's not exactly even in it that much though. But, and then episode 2 is pretty much, Johnny is training Miguel, and Miguel is not exactly, he doesn't really know karate, and Johnny wants someone with good strength in him. But I think by the end he feels like Miguel has it, so that's nice. Daniel is also being he's just showing why I think he's so perfection, and I think that's interesting. And then Sam invites Kyler over for dinner, and now they're dating. And then by the end, it looks like there's going to be some. And then because Kyler told Daniel that Johnny beat them up, now it looks like Johnny and Daniel are going to be having some sort of. There's still tension between them, so there's that. Episode 3, Johnny is trying to recruit more people. He's still having trouble doing it. So far, it's just Miguel, and I think it's because you think about it. First of all, Johnny isn't exactly the best teacher in the world, giving his state, so you can't really blame the kids for not coming. But I think that, I think it's interesting because I think that he is a good karate person. I think that he still needs to improve on his teaching style even by the end. I think that in season 2 we'll get that a little bit more. But what else happened? And then the Halloween dance was in that episode, and pretty much Daniel was being overprotective of Sam and her relationship with Kyler. And turns out that it wasn't anything sexual, even though we know that Kyler is a bad guy. Sort of. What else happened? And then Aisha and Sam are kind of growing apart a little bit still, so that's happening. And then Kyler and the boys beat Miguel up, and that's how that episode ends. So that was episode 3. And then episode 4, Daniel is trying to get a better relationship with Sam, and then Kyler takes Sam to the movies, but she witnesses him bullying Miguel and the others, so then she breaks up with him. And then Johnny is... Johnny spray paints a dick on Daniel's face. That was really funny. What else happened? I think that kind of shows that there is some inappropriateness in the show. I think it's also funny though. I think it shows that like Daniel's like so perfection, to have like that on the side is pretty funny. And Johnny is still recruiting people to his class, and he's like, dealing with that. He actually was the one who spray painted it on there, but his son Robbie is skipping class. And so Johnny goes to talk to him, and Robbie just really doesn't have anything to do with his father. He's just like a skater boy who does all of his things alone. So that is what's going on there. And that's pretty much that episode. And then episode 5, pretty much Sam is dealing with embarrassment at school because of the fallout, what happened with Kyler, because Kyler spread rumors about her that they did it, I think what I'm saying. And then Aisha is coming in, and now she is going to be a karate player in the group, and she actually does have good karate skills, so now Johnny and Miguel are glad that they have someone else on their squad. So that's cool. And then Daniel is kind of experiencing the loss of Mr. Miyagi, which was his karate teacher. So now he looks like he's going to be reforming that Miyagi himself. He's going to be getting back into karate. So that is happening. And then Miguel is at school. He picks a fight with Kyler, and he shows off his karate skills to everyone. And he ends up impressing Sam too. And I think that, now the Cobra Kai squad is full. And that's kind of that episode. And then episode 6, we have Johnny has like these 30 kids, and he has to figure out what to do with them. So he tells them to line up, and it's not exactly what is planned. He doesn't think so, because you think about it, you have all these students, and most of them don't even want to learn karate. They just happen to be there. So what do you do with them? Well, you got to just work with them. And he does make fun of Eli. I guess he makes fun of Eli with his lip. And so he leaves, but then Eli comes back as Hawk later, which, this whole Hawk thing, I don't know what to think of it. It's funny, but you think about it, I think it just shows that there could be a little more development with that character itself, and just making him look, bad, what I'm saying, is a little bit weird. I don't know what I think about that, but... So that's going on, and then Miguel invites Sam over to join him in Dimitri's science thing, and Miguel and Sam are hitting it off kind of, so that's cool. And then Robbie is working at LaRusso Auto Parts, and pretty much he is just working with Daniel there, and just not telling his father, because he kind of wants to make his father a little jealous, because he's working with Johnny's enemy, so Daniel, so that's funny. And then episode 7, Miguel asks Sam on a date, and at first she's reluctant because she says she doesn't really want to get back into dating, but then she agrees, so they go on a date and they get together. But Johnny finds out that their squad is exempted from the tournament, and he has to go and find out, and it's because Daniel filed a complaint on him. Eventually they do get in, and that's kind of in future episodes they're focusing on practicing for that, but I feel like Daniel, this episode showed how, like, perfection and annoying he is. I mean, he's not all bad. I mean, I think he's still funny, and I think he has some decent karate moves, but he is just annoying, I think, at times. And I think it showed that, like, there's a difference. There's a huge difference between Johnny and Daniel. So that was kind of here, too. And then episode 8, pretty much they're all practicing for the tournament, and they're dealing with all of that. Daniel takes Robbie on a trip to learn some karate, and Robbie has to go on a tree and just, deal with that. Meanwhile, just practicing, like, mind things, and, like, he does actually end up doing it. I think now it shows that there's, like, a relationship growing between Daniel and Robbie, and unfortunately that gets ruined in the next episode, but I'll talk about that in a second. Also, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, Johnny and Sid. He pretty much just breaks off his relationship with him, and that's gone. And meanwhile, Sam is embarrassed at introducing Miguel to her parents just because of everything that's happened with Kyler. So he's a little bit upset because he wants to have a good relationship with her, which I understand. I take a side in this case. So that is going on, but then he sees that Robbie is with Sam's family, and he becomes jealous. So that's that episode. And then episode 9, pretty much, this one actually has some good Daniel and Johnny moments, because some people came and burned down Johnny's car. And so now Daniel and Johnny are kind of like going on a little trip, and they're bonding. And I think that's interesting because we finally get to see them on the same side. Not by the end, unfortunately, but it was nice to even see them, hanging out for just a little bit. Pretty much, Johnny reveals to Sam's mom that she was in a hit-and-run accident a few months back with hitting Johnny's car. So she's grounded, and Miguel keeps texting her, but Sam doesn't have her phone, and Miguel gets upset. So they end up throwing a party because Yasmin is throwing one, and so they pretty much take over at the space that they're supposed to be at, but Yasmin and her friend stay there, and Moon and Hawk are apparently a couple now, which was the weirdest thing, but Dimitri, he has a crush on Yasmin. He tries to talk to her, but she pretty much, flews him away. And then Aisha gives Yasmin a front wedgie that would be painful, but that was a good move for Aisha to make. I gotta say, I liked her for that. And then Robbie takes Sam to the party, and Miguel is being like, he's drunk, and he's being all like, why didn't you text me back? Why are you here with Robbie? And then pretty much Robbie and Miguel get into a fight, but then Miguel accidentally kicks Sam, so she leaves the party. And also Johnny finally finds out that Daniel and Robbie are working together, and Daniel fires Robbie, and that's kind of the end of that. The finale, episode 10, they're competing, and Miguel ends up winning the tournament for everyone, but Sam and Aisha make up, but Sam and Miguel have officially broken up, and Robbie and Daniel are now working together again, it seems like, and it also looks like Johnny and Robbie relationship is improving. So overall, this is a good show, I gotta say. It looks like there's going to be like a little shadow over Johnny with like someone named Kreese, like a karate figure, so that'll be interesting. But anyways, I'm going to thank everyone for watching the studio. I'm going to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications when I make a video. I'm going to thank everyone for watching, and bye.